on the vlog again. Just can't wait to do a vlog again. The life I love is making vlogs for my friends, and I can't wait to do a vlog again. Doing a vlog again. Going places that I've never been. Seeing things that I may never see again. And I can't wait to do a vlog again. Hello everyone and welcome back to The Top Vloggers. As always, I am your host, High and Mighty Joe, hanging out with
your co-host, the lovely Cat.
And boy, have we got a vlog for you today. We are headed to Mississinewa Lake. It should be fun and exciting.
You can join us on all of our social media websites, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at The Top Vloggers. Also, if you'd like to help us reach the top, you can do so by going to www.patreon.com/thetopvloggers. Without your help and support, these vlogs will be almost impossible to do. There will be a link in the description below.
And if you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, take it one step further, and ring the notification bell to keep you up to date on all the future adventures that we will be going on the channel. So let's get going. Today's adventure brings us to Mississinewa Lake. Let's go around the lake and take a look and learn some history and facts about it. Now, the lake operates as a unit with J. Edward Rausch and Salomone Lakes to reduce flood stages in the upper Wabash Basin, and with other lakes downstream in reduction of lower Wabash and Ohio River floods. Now, situated 7 miles southeast of Peru in north-central Indiana on the Mississinewa River, the Mississinewa Lake is located on Indiana 13 and is accessible from US 31 on the west and Indiana 15 on the east. Now, the Mississinewa Lake was designed and built by the Louisville District of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Now, the map that we are showing you now will acquaint you with the lake's two most used recreational areas, the Miami and the Francis Slocombe State Recreational Areas, or SRAs. The entire property includes two other recreational areas, several small boat launch sites, and over 9,000 acres of land managed with wildlife. We are here at the Pearson MillSRA. Now, the entire lake is 14,386 acres, which comes out to about 3,210 acres of lake. Now, the Mississinewa Lake is one of the 3 upper Wabash flood control reservoirs. It offers excellent fishing, hunting, and boating opportunities right here in the heart of north central Indiana. In addition to featuring a 400-plus site campground and family cabins, the Mississinewa was the first state property in Indiana to introduce seasonal camping, where visitors can retain a campsite for the entire season in an all-new campground. Now they have forest and prairies and farmland that are surrounding the lake, which provide attractive habitats to a wide variety of wildlife, and we saw some of those wildlife today already. I hope that we can see some more later on. I did not get a chance to get them on film. They were deer, and they move very fast, and I just didn't get my camera out in time to be able to show them to you. But excellent opportunities if you want to just view the lake as we are doing now. If you want to go hiking or bird watching or bicycling around here, this is a tremendous place for you guys to be able to do that in. Now, as you know, we are only here for a little while, so we are not going to get a chance to go out on the lake this time, but we have been out on the lake before, and it is beautiful.
Through the ages, the rushing waters of what is now known as the Mississinewa washed away the soft limestone of the riverbank, creating a number of pillar-like formations known as Cliffs of the Seven Pillars, which we've done a vlog on. This wonder of nature may be viewed from the riverbank, reached via footpath from the Francis Slocombe Trail. The Francis Slocombe Trail was named in honor of a white woman raised by Native Americans, and we've been to her gravesite. On November 2nd, 1778, Frances, at the age of 5, was taken from her Quaker home at Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, by the Delaware, who named her Weletowah. She grew up to be so strong that her name was later changed to McConaughey, or Little Bear Woman. She married Shipokana, war chief, and when he later became deaf and resigned as chief, they established a trading post called Deaf Man's Village, about 9 miles above Peru on the Mississinewa River. These wealthy Native Americans had a standard of living that far exceeded that of the early white man in the same area. Deaf Man's Village became a social center, not only for the residents, but also for the white men. Deaf Man died in 1833, and Frances built a 2-room cabin across the road next to the burial place of her husband and 2 small sons. Frances Slocombe's identification was not learned until September 1837, when her brother Isaac Slocombe identified her by a scar on her left hand. As a result, she was no longer eligible as an Indian for the pension made possible by the Treaty of 1826, since she was a white woman. In 1838, her 2 daughters were given 640 acres of land, including their mother's original home site. Frances and her family were permitted to stay in Indiana because John Quincy Adams eloquently defended her case in Congress. She died on March 9, 1847, and was buried next to her husband and 2 small sons in the cemetery next to her cabin. In May 1900, the area was named Francis Slocombe Cemetery. The site of the present cemetery and memorial is indicated on the map that we showed you earlier.
And as you remember, the cabin was no longer obviously there when we were at the cemetery. So they must have tore that down, which is completely sad. That would have been nice to to be able to see as well, but at least when we were at the cemetery, that they that they had that monument and everything for her, which is really nice. Wow, honey, look at the deer in the road.
Beautiful creatures.
Man, this is like the 6th or 7th one we've seen today. I'm glad that I was able to get my camera out and get it. Oh man, I can't believe that. Look at them.
They are truly amazing, beautiful creatures.
Oh man. Oh, there they go. There they go. Oh. So beautiful. Well, we just parked and we are out the outlet fishing site where the dam is, and we're going to head down here and show you a little bit of the dam and where we used to go fishing. As you can see, there are people fishing already here today. We used to fish right down there, right at the end. So right about there. Right towards the end, right there, right past the where the gate was. We used to, sometimes we used the gate, sometimes we wouldn't, but this would be where we went fishing quite a bit. So right there is the actual spillway where right there. We fish up here every now and then too. I just never had as good of luck up here as I did down there. Yep, this is where we went fishing and spent a couple of summers. Well, thank you so much for coming on this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys learned a lot. It was always a pleasure to be back out here where we used to go fishing.
It is always a wonderful day when you can get out and spend it in nature.
And I think that's going to do it for us here today. We hope you guys had a wonderful time. We'll see you guys again tomorrow. Top Vloggers out.